Hi, this is Dr. Bill Dyment. I'm back to talk a little bit more about how to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, how to niche down, whether you work for somebody else and you want to stand out more at work, or whether you want to start your own type of business, or whether you want to do some things on the side. There's some things that will really help you earn what you deserve, find your audience, and not be worried about people that would never buy from you anyway. And there's people out there that will be happy to tell you what you shouldn't do. They're just not your market. So listen to your market, ignore the rest. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to really anchor whatever you want to start with what you're already doing. Now, that may not always be possible, but whenever it is, you want to do that. I'll give you an example. I'm a clinical psychologist by background. I do executive coaching. I do training in companies 150 times a year, and I do a lot of consulting in companies too. So people have a sense about what psychologists typically charge. They have a sense of what consultants charge. So it makes sense that anything I develop, I link it or anchor the price to that. So recently I developed my leap year course, and I said, what would be a good price point? And I looked around the internet and I realized that what made sense for me is to anchor it to the cost of 2 to 3 sessions of time with me. And I honed into the idea of 2 sessions with me, even at a discount. It's not real expensive, but it's enough so that the average person walking in, not knowing me, not having the needs that I provide, would see it as probably pricey and maybe too pricey for them. But anybody that understands what I do, anybody in the corporate world, anybody already working with me would say, you know what, if this will deliver the equivalence of 2 sessions with you that I'm already comfortable with, I already understand, I'm in. So think about things that you already do. Here's another example. If you wanted to develop, say, a workbook for SAT preparation for college, high school students, you wouldn't want to anchor that price to the same price as a book at Barnes & Noble or a discounted book on Amazon, because the impact of that book is so much more. You want to anchor the price of that book to some of the results. Now, you couldn't charge thousands and thousands of dollars for it, although it might be worth it if it increased somebody's score tremendously, got them into a great school, got them a scholarship. It might pay for itself many times over. But you certainly, on the other hand, don't want to price it for the same price as a regular book. It's worth so much more if people understand the linkage. People will try to tell you it's only worth what a regular book is, but you also know for the right audience, they get it, that that time in that book, that time maybe with you, is worth so much more because it's going to have a huge impact. Now, number 2, along those lines, is be willing to be exclusive. You know, not everybody will want to come see me for career development, but people that want to make $10,000, $20,000 more next year or the year after probably will. People that are just starting off in their career and they've been looking for 6 months and they're not finding much success and they want to invest in that, they might. People that are stuck in their career, they're in that mid-career area, that 3rd quarter of their career, and they know they're capable of more, they may see that. And people that are looking for work also. How would I price that? Well, I know the average person looking for work is losing hundreds of dollars every single week, and sometimes thousands of dollars. You know, if you're looking for a $50,000 job, which is pretty modest these days, you're losing $1,000 every week you're not working. If you're looking for a $100,000 job or a nice boost to what you're already making, that could be $200,000. So when I come in with my price point and I say, you know, I can't absolutely guarantee that you'll get a job if you work with me, but what I can guarantee is that you will shorten your job search. And when we do the math, if somebody's been looking for 6 months or stuck for a year and making less than they could make, and when I come in and I say my package is this much, for the right people, it makes all the sense in the world. The other thing that I like to do is offer a money-back guarantee. You know, hopefully you're creating a product or service that you want to stand behind. You know that is so good that people are going to use it, they're going to get the benefit, and it's a no-brainer that it's worth it. And I know some people that even work in marketing. Let me come in, let me help you turn things around. Don't pay me anything, but I want a little bit of what the increase is. They believe in that, they work it out, it's on the honor system. That's what I'm talking about. Be exclusive, but tie it to the first thing, the anchor of what you do, and offer a money-back guarantee. If you believe in your product and you offer that, people won't take advantage of it. But ask for proof that they've done their homework for sure, right? Number 3, notice that the best services pay for themselves and the investment is worth it. You think about things like a Nordstrom shirt, a Brook Brothers shirt, versus buying a shirt at a great warehouse store. I bought a number of clothes at both places. And you know what? I got to tell you, my Nordstrom's and Burke Brothers, and I know I'm putting a shout out with them on a brand name, they last forever. I've had some of those shirts for 5 or 10 years, where some of the pants and shirts that I bought at some of the big block discount stores have ripped out within 6 months. There is a sense that you get what you pay for. So even with some of those luxury items, it makes sense to say, hey, here are some reasons why, if you're going to be in the market anyway, it makes sense to get it. I also think of Tesla. You know, Tesla is very expensive to buy an automobile. My wife and I would love to get one day. But you know what? What you don't always think about is that the difference between an electric plug-in fuel source and gasoline can be $10,000, $15,000 less over the life of the car. It costs so much more to run your car on gasoline. So be thinking about that. And then lastly, I want to put a shout out to Peter Thiel, former CEO, I believe, of PayPal. Has written a book called 0 to 1. And what he basically says is that don't be afraid to niche down, niche down, niche down. He says even Amazon started as only a bookstore, to such a degree that some of the others sued them because they thought Amazon was encroaching. Now nobody would see Amazon as just a bookstore. It's an online world general store, but it started very niched. So pick what you're into, pick your field, niche down, and then you can expand it from there. Those are the things that I think really make the difference. Well, thanks for spending some time with me. We'll be talking more about how to differentiate yourself and how to build your career in our next video. If I can be of help to help you strategize with it, whether it's on the phone or in person or do some assessment, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll see you next time. This is Dr. Bill Dyment saying there is riches in the niches.